If there's one thing that we are all committed to, it is the safety of our students, and that we will not allow them to be picked off.
Because the administration's abduction
to have invested time into the and for.
I'm against the cuts, which is a big part of Trump's agenda, cutting funding to education.
a lack of solidarity.
Years in the attempt to
just world
from Sacramento, protect academic and political.
We have something that we're fighting for that is a little bit different than what we've been fighting for in the past.
On April 17th, students and faculty at the University of California, Berkeley gathered on campus to protest President Trump's proposed education cuts and his administration's stance toward universities such as Harvard and Columbia. After the rally, student Sam Kaplan Pettus reflected on the moment.
Now, if the best or near best private university in America or the world can say no, if it can defy the Trump regime, even at the expense, at a big expense, and I'll get into this in a moment, if it can do that, then the best public university in America and the world must do the same. Tyranny cannot exist unless people submit to it.
If there's one thing that we are all committed to, it is the safety of our students, and that we will not allow them to be picked off. We will not let them be threatened for exercising their First Amendment rights, and we certainly won't sit by while there's political litmus tests applied to them that potentially puts them in real harm's way.
I'm against the cuts, which is a big part of Trump's agenda, cutting funding to education. And I'm also against the whole spiel. I mean, I got my master's at Columbia, and what they did to that Columbia student. And I just believe in due process. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in inalienable rights, which is a big part of my curriculum. I mean, rights that you are naturally born with, and that cannot be taken away, at least in theory.
I think that we have something that we're fighting for that is a little bit different than what we've been fighting for in the past, and that is our very right to keep fighting and our right to resist and our right to speak and learn and teach, even if it disagrees with a current political regime. And I think this is the fight to win all fights, and that we need to show up and in a way that is more powerful and more abundant than in the past. But this is not politics anymore. This is our lives. This is our fundamental relationship with our country and ourselves, and this is not a drill. And I think it's hard to recognize that when we've been living our whole lives in a fire and in a crisis, but this is not a drill. This one's different.
And years will demand
those of us in these departments on this campus.
I became politicized, where I learned must step up and do more.
Are we still recording?
But this is